I grew up on Long Island, New York, so I became accustomed to mispronounced vocabulary at a very young age. Most people are familiar with the words water, coffee, soda, and sandwich, but this isn't a story about commonly used words being butchered daily by the masses. This is the story of a lonely sandwich, which to the untrained eye might seem like a fine sandwich, maybe even a decent sandwich, but once carefully examined, the evidence is clear that this sandwich is missing a vital companion: the pickle. And as always, let's begin with the ingredients. We're using 3 Kirby cucumbers, also known as pickling cucumbers, 1/4 cup of Vidalia onion, also known as a sweet onion, 5 sprigs of fresh dillweed, 3 cloves of garlic, a tablespoon of pickling spice, which if you can't find this, it's literally just whole black peppercorns, whole yellow mustard seeds, and a pinch of crushed red pepper flakes. I'm also using a mason jar, which is 4 cups or 2 pints. 1 cup of apple cider vinegar. If you don't have this, just use distilled white vinegar. 1/2 teaspoon of sugar and 3 teaspoons of kosher salt. Now I've chosen to cut my cucumbers into quarters. However, you can choose whatever shape you desire because after all, this is your pickling preference and your pickling project. So go ahead and cut them into whatever shape you feel is necessary and place them into your mason jar. Now at this point, it is completely normal to do a small happy dance because it's amazing that all of these cucumbers have fit into this jar just as perfect as they do. Now we're going to take our onion and wait, you know what, forget what I said about the jar being so perfect. You're gonna have to take the pickles out now because you didn't make room for the onions. Okay, forget, yep, just go ahead and do the best you can here. Just put in the onions and the pickles and the onions, and that looks about right. Good job. Now we're going to cut the tops of our fresh dillweed and place them into the jar by just jamming them in with our fingers. Now it's time to make our pickling liquid, so we're going to take 3 cloves of crushed garlic and we're going to place them in a medium-sized saucepan. To the saucepan, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of our pickling spices. Now in an effort to understand what a T-Rex would look like if you put a cup of water into a saucepan, we're going to just go ahead and awkwardly do that, followed by 1 cup of apple cider vinegar. Next, add your 3 teaspoons of kosher salt. And last but not least, a 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. Go ahead and place your pickling liquid on high heat just until the liquid begins to simmer. Then go ahead and give it a stir to make sure that all the sugar and salt has dissolved. Now you're going to set your pickling liquid aside to cool. Here I'm placing it into a Pyrex measuring cup and letting it sit for approximately an hour or so. Once your pickling liquid has cooled, go ahead and pour it into your mason jar, making sure that all of the cucumbers and vegetables in the mason jar are fully submerged in the liquid, like so. Then go ahead and place the cover onto your mason jar and pop it into the fridge for 24 hours. Now, according to the internet, it only takes 24 hours for your cucumbers to become pickles. However, I personally have found the best results with waiting a minimum of 5 days. This gets all the flavors nicely incorporated and gives you that really strong pickle flavor. And now it's time to cheer up our old friend, Mr. Sandwich, with our homemade pickle. And because no pickling tutorial is complete without a taste test, let's see how we did. Sweet, tangy, spicy. You have got to try this. Guys, that is it for me, but if you like this video or you want me to make a recipe in the future, please let me know in the comments below. For now, keep busy, stay healthy, be happy, and I will see you in the next one.